What's up guys, this is Rixxalight signing in and welcome back to more Danganronpa. Let's just get straight into this because today is the second to last chapter.
Explanation of the class trial. So, your votes
We've got this chapter,
the results.
Dead Alive for chapter 6, and then the end of chapter 6, which is also going to include the epilogue. So in this time, 2 weeks today, we'll be finishing things.
If you can figure out
who done it,
then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
and then we actually get to play a PlayStation game for a change after this.
then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Hell yeah.
Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Because we're going to have to do some things towards the end of the year too for
well then,
coming
let's
soon.
discuss the specifics of the victim.
Sure.
First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
We sure do.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
How is it Kyoko? She's right there.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
Yeah, she
No,
is.
that's a ghost.
Okay.
She has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
For fuck's sake, Hira.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
Yeah,
Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
that sounds easy enough to do. One important trait that Kyoko proves is her gloves.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
Probably will.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
Didn't Monokuma tell you?
And would you happen to know the answer?
Yeah.
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
It probably just got burnt up in the explosion.
Eh.
I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Okay, fine. There's no way the corpse was Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're going to be stuck here and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to make an argument? Really? Oh, tattoo on the right hand, yeah. Fake nails. Definitely fake nails. Has to be.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
You think so?
Possible.
I agree.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing.
Not really. Fake nails, bitch. This monster's pretty... Oh, it's empty. For it
No.
lasted me all day.
There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember?
They
I
were.
imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be
Exactly.
pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails. Don't you think?
I agree.
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Kyoko isn't complicated.
For women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life.
Love it.
If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
I know, that was just like a fucking dumbass
Hey,
thing.
so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
No, well, technically in your eyes it's
That's
second
the
now.
first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
For anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Well, the only best place is Mukurika Saba, isn't it? Just the, tattoo on the right hand. Right? Possibly.
Kyoko really is still alive.
Yes!
Then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
We can.
Her face was scorched beyond recognition.
Not necessarily.
And there
Tattoo on the
wasn't
right
any
hand.
description in the Monokuma file.
There was.
Well, if we can't identify the body,
Shit, didn't mean to do that. There we go, we'll do it on Hina's. This is the best way to do it.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
Indeed.
What? For real?
Yeah.
You're lying. He'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Oh, an unusual death. This I gotta see.
We'll see to that soon.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
More like a wolf.
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Seriously? You really did something that humiliating?
Oh, if you
No,
think so.
That's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, pretty much. Compare the tattoo to other information we have. The victim's identity should become clear. It would be this thing.
I got it!
There you go.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
It was.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Indeed. Yeah. Like a big wolfie. The image that represents Fenrir is a wolfy wolf. I just have to spell wolf. Really? You give me a fucking. Where's the F? Wolo? Give me the F, bitches. There you go. Easy win. Can I lower you two guys down? Oh, that's 10 times easier.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Indeed.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast.
I'm trying to get a fucking perfect.
He's the child of the trickster god Loki.
Yep.
And a female giant.
Definitely, somehow.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
We did.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf.
Indeed it did.
Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir.
This is where it's no longer a visual novel, it's a massive long cutscene.
So it must have been Mukuro.
Has to be.
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
A lot of things to unpack here.
Are you
What?
saying the main
Okay.
mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a true last trial?
Yeah?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
She was the ultimate soldier, not
Maybe
the
we
ultimate
shouldn't
despair.
have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description.
Which makes me wonder why Kyoko told it to us in the first place.
All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from
Technically it would have came from me.
Kyoko. That's what you told
There you go.
Makoto, right?
There you go.
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
In some form, yeah.
Who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba?
Oh, you're not listening to the soldier of Fenrir.
Around this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed. Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
Yeah.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Exactly.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
She's already seen this
But how can we
information.
trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
How is it not wrong, Kyoko?
Okay.
Explain to this.
We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Okay.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Nice,
I
nice
have
one, said.
officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
Okay.
Now, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place.
Yeah, I know, but... Ah! Spoilers!
Point straight into your big old brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nah.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Yeah,
Seriously? Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
technically.
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
The only time it could be is Kyoko and Mukuro. Not Mukuro,
I'm sure
sorry,
you
myself.
realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Yeah. So I don't want we know there can only be two suspects. Me and... Mukuro and the headmaster Toko, yeah.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Well, because she was
Allow
gone
me to
AWOL.
explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So,
Okay.
the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
That's true.
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs.
Just in case, because you can't kill two people. Well, say for example if you killed and then realise, hey, where's the other guy? Oh, I don't know, last time night, and you find him dead, like, well, you're the only
All of which
culprit.
is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto.
Yep,
That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
indeed. But Kyoko has some information.
exactly so.
The only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it, I can't let this stand. So I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Yeah,
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
kind of.
Before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place.
Because we don't know anything.
Doing that
Apart from that
might
they
reveal
died.
some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Sure.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at, well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock.
There you go.
So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Okay.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body?
Not necessarily.
Oh, but what time did we find the body?
About
When you
9-ish.
saw the body first was Toko, right? She went to go get the pickaxe.
Someone's about 9 o'clock-ish. I remember it.
The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Indeed. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, I'm gonna read these in normal because it's a flashback. When we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot right now. Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
That's an 11-hour time
For
frame.
me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But
No.
I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
Right.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure.
So now that narrows down the timeline even more.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Exactly. The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. And I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. till 7:30 a.m. Okay, then it looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove that the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. gonna be very tough. Boom, 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 boom.
We've established a time frame for the murder.
We did.
It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Nah, well, not really.
Yep. And Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
That's true.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Ah,
More
shit.
than enough time to commit murder, I should think.
Well, the sprinklers, though, don't they?
Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
I don't know. Ooh, yeah, okay, yeah. Right. It is definitely the sprinklers.
We've established a time frame. It took place somewhere between 9 o'clock. Yep.
It's the 7 o'clock one, yeah? Fire it! Oh, it wasn't the sprinklers? Really? Interesting. Okay, let's have a look. We've got exploded body analysis.
It took
Fragments
place
near the
somewhere
dead body.
between 10 o'clock at night
What?
And 9 o'clock
in the morning.
Yep. And Makoto doesn't have an alibi for...
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Oh, I need to use the sprinklers on him then, don't I? I think.
So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the
Try to use on...
It took place.
There we go. I had the right name, just not the... I had the right evidence, but not the right...
Actually, the murder
Accountability.
couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden.
True.
The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Yep.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How?
Makoto, please explain to this Dumbo what happened.
Only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
Mouth down south!
I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
Needs to remember it before we found the body. Before that.
Denying the sprinkler? Are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Oh, I wish.
Man, you're totally wacko.
Today she is, yeah?
Really think it wasn't the sprinkler? You'd better tell us why!
Yeah? Need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. What we have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence, and that should do it. If we look at the body itself, that should make it clear. Is this the denial thing? Yeah. But, hey, how do I do this again?
I admit nothing. No!
Right, you pressed that button to shoot.
Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No!
I'm fucking up here.
No! Are you trying to blame me?
Oh my god, I'm doing so bad.
Nothing. I'm right about
I'm fucking up so bad here.
nothing. No!
Okay, we can probably come back with this now.
Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No!
Oh, fuck off! That was awful! Jesus! Right then. Let's try again.
I
Yeah.
refuse to give up yet.
Okay, that's just bumped us down to a very bad score, but it's alright. I need to do it in time, but I'm like fucking up my shooting and shit. We'll do better now.
I admit nothing. No! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing.
Shoot, you fucking bitch!
No! Are you trying to blame me?
Might as well just die at this point.
I'm right about this. I admit nothing. No!
Oh, fucking come on!
Are you trying to blame me?
Pressing the wrong fucking buttons again.
No! Are you trying to blame
Oh,
me?
thank Christ we didn't manage to that.
How can you say this should
That was a nightmare.
just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
Yeah.
The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry.
It was.
If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
No, you Dumbo.
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because
We all threw back soda on it.
while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Okay.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
Nope.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place
Between half
sometime
past
after the
after.
sprinklers
So that's
turned on
between.
at
That's like an hour and a
7:30 in
half
the
time
morning.
frame, though, isn't it?
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
It's like an hour and a half time frame.
Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So
Yeah.
there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which
Yeah.
case, the only one left without an alibi.
Is Kyoko. Kyoko is the only one without an alibi, which would mean that Mukuro is the killer. Is no, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone. That's
I'd just like to say one thing.
oh fuck.
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever.
Worth it.
Which is why I can't let that happen.
Worth it. Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
No.
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone.
Nice.
This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
Ah, a trap.
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me?
Kinda.
Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got
Quiet,
it, boss.
you.
Shutting up now.
Anyway,
Weird.
Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Did she though?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything.
No, we only assumed that meant the
So
mastermind.
she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all.
She probably knows that, to be fair.
As a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
She was doing other stuff.
That was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
No, she's primary suspect.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Right, she saved the bacon.
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
That's true.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Do I have to provide the evidence, or are you going to do it for me, Kyoko, my girl? I said something at the crime scene. Okay, we're doing a detective then. Where the fuck is the terror? Ah, there she goes.
You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water.
Easily,
In fact, that's exactly what the killer did.
because the top was
The
dirty.
dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water.
However, on the clean
The
side,
side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean.
but you know there was blood on that side, so
This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
I love you,
But why would
Kyoko.
they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
No idea.
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Exactly. Adds up. Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, can't think about that right now. The tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body.
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's going to think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. But what is it? Before the body, fragments near the dead body. Body before the explosion. I'm assuming it's body before the explosion.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
Kinda.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
Yes.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
Because that side was protected by
Which it was.
Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it did.
There you go.
No, it's wrong.
I'm got my fucking sleuth stars on the day, bitch. I'm ready for you.
Actually,
I got you, son.
one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
Yeah.
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Yakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you.
Because it was still wet.
If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
That's true.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
Also, if the body was that old, I'm pretty sure blood dries within less than 7 hours. So the time frame had to be less than what we've given it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Oh? The blood was camouflage?
After the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim.
I see where you're going with this.
Someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
2 places.
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office.
There you go.
That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
Exactly.
No, that's not what happened this time.
Wow.
The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
You mean the clock? Maybe the chickens? Where's the chickens? There you go.
Could it have been chicken blood?
Possible.
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens.
There were.
But after the murder, there were only 4.
Constant back and forth between me and Kyoko at the moment.
So, we're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood?
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
That's
I
true.
wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
It does. You've got a big
But
smile on your
even
face.
so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right?
So back to square one then. Let's back to square one.
But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body.
It's back to
But
square one.
that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
That is true.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
Then added to it. Okay.
Covered it beforehand?
Yeah.
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
No.
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
There you go.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off.
Okay.
The body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp.
Okay.
Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp,
Okay.
they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred.
Okay.
They wanted us
That's
to
my
think
rebuttal.
the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
That's true, but how long does the blood need to soak?
But to pull all that off...
They still could be around the same time frame. They'll like kill the chicken, all
wouldn't
that
they
shit.
had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
Yeah.
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult. They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body.
That's true.
They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
Probably not.
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I know what she's doing, and it's a bitch move.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
He didn't want to believe that at all. He seemed like he was a bit upset when he said that. And the suspicion falls back on me again. Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. This guy's dead body has been added to the truth bullet section
Well
of your
then,
handbook.
it looks like we're back to square one.
Indeed we are.
Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it?
Joint adventure!
Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Yeah, and let's everyone die.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
What do you remember that I don't remember about this case, Hina?
Don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
Oh, the knife.
One we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right?
Yeah.
According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back.
At least he can read. That's good.
So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before.
It's Fenrir knife.
That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
It's the same one I had. Listen, more important. Now that we have the knife, what are we going to do with it? We can't let Toga keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do. I don't want it anyway. So what do we do? Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Huh? Me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You
By
don't
looks for
seem
you.
surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
Then why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
Now, why would he leave that at the crime scene if he was guilty? I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed.
Makoto is stuck!
The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto.
Hell yeah.
Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything up until now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. This guy's dead body, fragments near the body. Disguised, maybe? Oh, we'll find out in a minute.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body. It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
Indeed, that is true.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
We'll live.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
No.
There's no question. You
It
took
would
that
be
knife and
this, no?
killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are.
Wait, hang on. Why don't I have the Monokuma book? Because there's also something else. Well, we've already established that the coat was put on the body after the top was removed, which means that when the knife was thrust through the coat into the body,
The knife we found
fragments
lodged
near
in
the
the
body,
dead body.
disguised dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto. It
Exploded
really
body.
is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife
Maybe this one
before,
then.
That seals it. Just because I had that automatically?
There you go.
No, that's wrong.
I guess that was what we need to rebuttal then. Okay. Interesting.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro.
There we go.
That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Yeah?
Lies! We never talked about what killed her!
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other
Neat.
words, The victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So the knife didn't kill her.
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Definitely not.
Maybe you stabbed her twice.
Huh?
Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
That makes no sense. The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible. The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see.
I got it!
In the Monokuma file.
The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Yes, but if you stab the same wound twice, it's only one stab wound, is it not?
Sure did. Totally forgot about that.
Then the knife.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
Indeed it was.
They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her.
The head wound.
Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
True.
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her.
Also
It was
true.
all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterwards.
I know we don't talk much in this game series when it comes to the trials, but a lot of it's just more like trying to get the information ahead and then like rebuttal everything we hear.
They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Exactly.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning,
But
what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
dispose of the body.
You're so smart. Just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
Like I was trying to like struggle reading that one then. Like, unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level.
Dumb. But even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
That's true.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Why they used the bomb? There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion. I have no fucking idea. There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion. Oh, it's the bomb piece, right? The bomb? Was there a bomb in here somewhere? Is there a bomb thing on here? The fragments?
I got it!
Oh, what a guess!
After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right?
Yes, we did.
That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
Because we did!
That's only natural. Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma.
Indeed.
It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Exactly.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute.
The motive? How
We
is
wanted
it?
the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto.
Ah.
And the only one who would benefit from that
Is
the
Kyoko.
only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
It's just going backwards and forwards like a game of tennis.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like
We need to
we
think
need
this
to
through.
think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate.
It goes on way a little bit too long this
It won't
chapter.
change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. We're going through all the evidence already so far, so. Okay. Just tell you there's a blunt force trauma somewhere in the
Then
book.
shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Yeah, well, it's
The
in the book.
explosion didn't kill her for sure.
No.
Yes.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
Yep.
And it wasn't made because of the knife, right?
Nope, she was already dead by that point,
There's
too.
only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Is that what we need?
More than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds. Then, shall we
Countless
continue the debate?
The victim's fatal
The explosion didn't
Oh
kill her
shit!
for sure.
Right, I see what I know what I need to do.
Yeah.
And it wasn't
Oh, yeah.
And then we agree.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds.
Is
across
that what
her
I have to go for?
Then, shall we continue
The
the
debate?
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
The explosion
Right.
didn't kill her
So
for
we've
sure.
rebutted that one. I need to rebuttal
Well,
Byaku's, I think, because they were several days old.
Totally dead when that happened.
Yep. Nope, no, because the knife.
That's gotta be it.
There was evidence
Nope,
that
not that
And
one.
more than that, the victim had suffered wounds across her entire
It wasn't the
body.
countless wounds? What? But it's not the countless wounds. The fucking Monokuma file said days old. Oh, I need the file.
Then, shall we continue the debate?
God damn it.
The victim's fatal.
The explosion didn't
We'll
kill
get there eventually, boys.
her. And it wasn't
We will get there eventually.
That's gotta be it.
And more than that,
Lord.
the victim had suffered
Oh, what a fucking dick. What a, get it. Why the fuck is it? What do you think, there's some mistake lurking? Yes, there is. There is a contradiction somewhere.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The
Uh,
victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
I know.
explosion didn't kill her for
The
sure.
explosion didn't kill her.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't
Oh.
because of the knife, right?
Oh?
Then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file,
Do I excuse the head a little bit?
gotta be it.
Is it that one then? Not that. Ah!
Then, shall we continue the debate?
What the fuck am I doing here?
Fatal injury has yet to be determined.
I know what happened.
Explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't even.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be.
Come on, just give it to me.
That showed she was hit on the back of her
What
head.
the fuck is this? I know how she fucking died. Why is it not letting me rebuttal it? What in the fuck? This is some fucking bullshit right about here. Yeah, I want to give it another shot.
I refuse to
Fuck.
give up yet.
How? What do I use? It's telling the Monokuma file. Why is it telling me the Monokuma file? Do I use...
Then, shall we continue?
I want to use fucking...
Fatal injury.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't even.
Oh, yeah.
I want to use this.
There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her.
And more than that,
And then smack it against this fucking
the
thing.
victim had suffered across her entire body.
What in the fuck is this? There is a What the fuck is going on here?
Then, shall we continue the
What the
debate?
fuck is going on?
The victim's
I know what it
fatal
is.
injury has
Yes,
yet
the
to
victim's fatal injury. Yes, I get it. Fuck it.
Explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Well,
Do I...
And it wasn't even.
Oh, yeah.
Do I...
Gotta be it.
And more than that, the victim had
Right. We grab this.
wounds
We grab the
across
countless
her
wounds.
entire body.
Right, we'll let my fucking thing recharge.
Then, shall we continue the debate?
Yes.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
How was it not that? The wounds were several days old. Do I...
Then, shall we continue? The victim's fatal
The explosion didn't kill her.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't even.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it.
There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her.
And more than
Yes, that is
The
true.
victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire.
The countless wounds is
Then, shall
fucking
we continue
fake.
The debate? The victim's fatal
No, it's wrong.
How was she not hit on the back of the head? Of course she was hit on the back of the head.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
That was not a contradiction, that was a confirmation.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
That's what I was trying to rebuttal. I was trying to say like, oh yeah, because the wounds all over her bed, but how could it be the wounds all over her head? The Monokuma fucking file says they were several days old.
The Monokuma file makes it
See?
clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Why was that not the contradiction? Fuck off.
If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
Oh, that was a painful one.
What was the murder weapon?
Ugh.
Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
That's not a pipe.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the hammer.
Practically
No
impossible.
way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power.
Unless you have it like in the middle, you got blade like the pick handles, the pick things, the metal things on each side.
I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
That's weird.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground and
Oh
spit
god,
on
did they think you'd make me shut a Toko?
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
You
I
want
don't
to
know
figure
about
out
those two.
what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
Well, me and Makoto figured it out together. I mean, me and Makoto and Byakuya figured it out
Go
together.
ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
I have. The real murder weapon was... Have I seen it somewhere in here? The titanium arrows, yeah?
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something. And that's what killed her.
Yeah, we know that.
And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Hell yeah.
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kinda weird.
We'll get there.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not backtalking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame you for doubting it because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. Is this Kangman or is it just rebuttal? Okay, rebuttal. The bloody duct tape.
The titanium arrow.
There we go.
It was in the dojo locker, right?
It was.
I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
That's true.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe.
I'm fucking wasting seconds
It
here.
seems like an arrow would just be...
Unless you duct tape.
No, it's wrong. You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's
craving
why the
chocolate all
killer
of a
used
sudden.
another weapon.
I'll have to wait out on that one.
Another weapon?
Yeah?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape.
Hell yeah.
The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together.
Yeah?
Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One
Very
stick
true.
is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Yeah.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
One person alone is shit. Loads of people together. We got places.
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Yeah, we do.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You
It's
know
simple.
what will
What do you
happen if
expect?
you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to
Kyoko winning.
the death of us all. Remember?
Of course I...
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
Cool. I have evidence. Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo. It must be connected to that dojo locker. Number 6, the wooden thing. The wooden thing. Where's the... There it is. We've got key.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is... right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
We're getting close to the end.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away,
So if I was on their side, like, if I didn't know the story, the next rebuttal should be, but how did she get back into her room? She doesn't have a key because you stole it. True. However, she could have... How was she able to get the lock at the dojo? I don't fucking know.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just... there's one more thing I need to ask her.
Okay.
Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
Oh, you cute bitch.
What?
She was protecting me? Does that mean she knew I was being attacked? And she came to my rescue? Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko, she killed someone. For me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
You had her key, Byakuya, so how could she get back into her room? And there was hardly enough time for her to grab the key, grab the titanium bundles with the duct tape to use it as a weapon.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
You have her key. What? Byakuya should know better than anyone? What does that mean? Because of the key? I don't know what argument I can make here. I guess I'm using one of their informations as like a cheating thing.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Unless it's... Hold on.
Exactly what I said.
Ah!
I'm not
Stop.
the killer.
Stop, please. Game.
You should understand that more than anyone here.
That's what I wanted. Okay. I need to read something real quick. Not Kyoko's account. I want Byakuya's account. Okay, Byakuya stated there was no corpse in the garden after night time, so I can't assume the murder. Byakuya also said that Yasuhiro... Okay, so it's not that one. How about Kyoko's account? Kyoko used Monokuma's secret tool, which grants access to any room in the school to sneak into the second floor of the dorm. This area seems to have no monitoring security cameras. Okay, then, fair enough. What the fuck is it saying there?
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master
Okay.
would never hide something from me.
Yari, what? Don't like you.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
You stated a theory earlier.
The theory?
You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker.
Yep.
And then left the locker key in my own room. Correct?
Yep.
But could I really have done that?
Wait, Kyoko gave her room key to Byakuya, right? Which would mean... I need to read what she said first.
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer.
Okay.
You should understand that more than anyone here.
Okay.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
I'm trying to get more pennies. I'm going to keep on smacking the white
Proof
words.
that you aren't.
There you go.
No, it's wrong.
We're going backwards in circles again.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room. Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
Yep, so it goes back onto me.
So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself.
Nope.
Am I wrong?
It would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
There it is. No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie. But this doesn't like her. Try and save herself with such a desperate lie? Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us. The mastermind's trap. The mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I do? The mastermind's trap? The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her. What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do I do? I have to decide right here and now. What happens if I put run away? No, run away isn't going to solve anything. Okay. Right. Pursuing the lie would kill Kyoko. Let it go would kill me. Because so the blame will be put back on Makoto. But I know what the both outcomes are. So I have to go for story's sake. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But the only one else it would be you.
Who else could it?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time.
That's true.
I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
That's also true.
Someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
Ah.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Because we're getting close to the truth.
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
Time wouldn't be up. I usually take about an hour and 20 minutes or an hour and a half to do these trials. And that's excluding all the extra stuff on top that it only goes through. Technically, we've only wasted... Was it an extra 15 minutes? So we've had like another 10 minutes left of trial time. And plus of all the things I fucked up as well, that's a few more times on top. Maybe it is actually about right.
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, using the lever in front of you.
Voting time?
This seems very cut and dry. You know? There's the ones I died a lot. There's the ones I died a lot. Oh, we sucked. Not too bad, but I don't need the coin, so it's fine.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
We are very close to the end of this chapter. Monokuma vote. And there he is. You have to vote. What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job?
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense. It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials. And I'm gonna end it the same way.
Chills! Chills!
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I... Kyoko.
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
I know I lost my Monokuma voice there for a second. I didn't do my normal. A body has been discovered! Alright. Bonk. Boop, boop, boop. We didn't do the normal cutscene we normally do either. Like the closing argument. I forgot about that being part of it too. The time goes on for a lot longer than this. Wow. Okay. Alright. Damn, son. Just imagine this. Oof. After school lesson. Is he shaking in his boots? That's what it means to be the ultimate lucky student. Well, at this point, unlucky student. You know? That's a good picture. Not with it blurry, though. That one there is a true definition of what's really gonna happen. Dude's fucking shitting himself. Alter ego! Hi, buddy! Nice. Strange. Uh-huh? What's this? What's going on? Hey, was that? Yeah, it had to be.
This is...
Alter ego? Alter ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell! I don't believe this! It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words,
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit, in a way, there's an even bigger special punishment. But it's not all still... But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Just here. I'm a figure. Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words.
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What are you
talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. Oof. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the centre of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are two things you need to attend this school. One, you have to already be attending high school. Two, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the front gate of the ultimate school, filled with the ultimate students, was me. Yeah? What? Where am I? I woke up, my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk out in the middle of class of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Yeah? Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell, because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. The heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck here and in there till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what happened. Alter Ego saved me, and he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up, we'll start looking for a way out of here. No? Okay. But we've got garbage pile over here. Is that an airplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? Okay, we've got this thing down here, which is the desk I came in on. This is a desk. It's probably the one I fell down here with. Oh, we're going to talk about the rocket now? Sweet. Yeah, that's definitely the rocket, isn't it? That's a rocket and a tank. Better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Okay. It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. That was pointless too. Next I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink, and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up, because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left, after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from above. What could it have been? Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was and that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. It's so cute.
Smells.
This place smells awful. Kyoko?
Indeed.
Well, you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So,
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again. First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Whew. Excuse me. That really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. Okay, I think this is where we got to start the next chapter. But Kyoko, why did you come to rescue me? To pay a debt. Or, no. To atone. Atone?
you...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So, you knew that I knew?
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that! You didn't abandon me! No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive, no matter the cost. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other words...
is so that I can do what I came... So I can do what I came to this school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope Peak Academy for one very important reason. So you have some reason to come to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right. At least I did once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot, but that's... I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory? That's impossible. Amnesia? Then is it really true? You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at this school? The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. And that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what made you think you forget it all? Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seemed much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However,
And it could also mean, somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind, which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
why is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What? Well, don't make a big deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind one of us? If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into a missing memory by herself.
However,
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were the least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but... I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Yeah. It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
listen.
Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey,
Even now I still trust you, you know? It's just I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I know I never asked for your help the right way, so I understood if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So,
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability? My ability, what everyone should have known me for, the ultimate detective. The ultimate detective?
correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone? Who?
So,
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why do you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. What?
in other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Gyoko's dad. Is Hope's Peak's headmaster? And that explains when Alter Ego told us he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way. Huh? No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
What?
No matter what the cost.
So,
Gyoko, what's going on? My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. Makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However,
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then, what did you see in there?
so,
The room had been ransacked, the shelves were a mess, the desk drawers bumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
it's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's layered to the entire Hope's Peak Academy. I found the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remember that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmasters really did have a private room there?
However,
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor rooms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like? The part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized. Whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain. You need to see it for yourself. And I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. Sounds like it must be important. And really ominous.
However...
Of course, once I got to the second floor of the dorms, there was no cameras and monitors, which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. I was so preoccupied with investigating that area, I was unforgivably careless of me. Okay, right, we can skip the first page. What's this? It has to do with Mukuro Ikasaba, doesn't it?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So who did kill her? What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikasaba was to get you killed. Get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me. That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words...
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they had to try to use a class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations. There's one more thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikasaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean... during the night? I can hear them, you know? The footsteps of the god of death. What?! I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases, just like this.
Anyway.
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I heard a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell, and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away as I followed it. I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However...
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... whoever the master assailant was, they ended up dead.
Correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind, and an attempt to use a class trial to eliminate me. So that really true then, what's the right to expose Kyoko's eye? I'm glad I have put my faith in her. Okay, just to go through all that stuff. Yep. So all this would mean that whatever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. That's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, that doesn't create another contradiction? The mastermind wants to use a class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed a class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other words...
It means that the mastermind is the one who's being cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that the Mukuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about what happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair. That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're, make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. Well then, that is the end for this video. of Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. We have got 2 episodes remaining. We've also got the Dream Island rocket that oddly looks like a dildo or an anal butt plug. But... ooh. Bottom felt weird for a second then. Do you want to save the data? Yes, please. So we're going to leave that there for today with this video of Danganronpa. We shall return next week with more. We'll leave it there. We'll return next week with more when we get on to Chapter 6. It does... Chapter 5, 6 doesn't start right away. It does get into a bit when it goes into Deadly Life. There's only 2 chapters left, basically. Well, 2 episodes left. Daily Life of Chapter 6, or Deadly Life of the investigation, basically. And then we have the trial for Chapter 6. Along with the epilogue, because we're going to wrap up everything in one video on that. It's going to be a long one, but we'll get there. But as for now, though, that is all there is going to be for today with this video. And as always, this is Rixxalight signing out. So let's cue the music.